Good morning everyone. Today we are going to understand how to configure Palo Alto in EVE-NG. So let's cross check either the Palo Alto is configured. So I'm going to add a node here and type PA, and we can see the Palo Alto is grayed out. It means it is not configured. Before to configure, we'll have to go to official EVE-NG website and check what exactly the requirement is. So as per the guide, they said the Palo Alto can be configured via the OVA file as well as QCOW2 file. If we use the OVA file, then we have the method 1, and if we use the QCOW2 file, then we have the method 2, which is below that. So if we can go through the method 2 first, then it says that we have to create a directory, and which is in the opt unit lab add-ons QEMU, and under that we have to configure one file, one directory here, and within this directory we go over there and copy the file which says upload the download file, which is QCOW2, and in this command it says that rename the file with particular name which is EVE-NG required, and then fix the permission. Now let's go back to the first option which says method 1 to convert OVA file. If we have the OVA file, then we have to copy the file in the directory and get it extract first with the help of tar-xf command. Once it will be extracted, then we have to run this command, which is going to convert this file from OVF to QCOW2 file. Once it is extracted and converted QCOW2, then we'll have to create a folder and move this file to this particular folder, and then remove the old file and the folder, and then fix the permission. So let's follow the same. Now I have the already one of the file which is in my software folder in my Palo, which is OVA file. So let's get it copied. So to make it copied, I'll have done this. I'll open this path, and here I do not have, let's cross check either I have it. So I do not have the Palo Alto folder yet, so let's get it created. No, it's not in the CentOS, it's here. I'll type Palo Alto 9 and double click this folder and drag and drop this particular file. This is approximate 3 Gbps of file, which take bit time, few minutes to get it copied here in this EVE-NG directory. So let's get it copied. Meanwhile, I am just pausing the video. Now we can see the image file has been copied here in my Palo Alto folder, and exactly the same file has been copied with same size 448, and it's also the 448. Now let's go back to Palo EVE-NG console and open the same folder which they said. They said we are going to configure one directory here, and before to go in the directory I need to jump here because we already get copied. So better to make this file in the open directory, or in fact let's leave it. So as per the directory, we already created a directory, we jump into the directory and we have to extract the file, which is tar.xf and then the file name. So let's jump into the particular path so that we can run this command. So we'll copy the path and click and paste, enter. Sorry, I'll miss to type cd, which is for change directory. Enter. Now we are here, and the command is tar-xf and the file name, which is pa, and I press tab, then the file name is there. Let's get it extracted. So now this, once it is going to get extract, then we can see there are some vmdk file and some other supporting file which is helping us to convert the QCOW2 file. So it also takes some time to get copied, get extracted. So meanwhile let's wait, and I'm pausing the video. Now the file has been extracted. Let's verify what all file it is. So I run the command ls and it says that we have some vmdk file, some mf file, and this is my original file .ova and one another file which is ovf file. Now we extracted the file in one of the folder, which is done. Now we have to run this command and says the file is going to get convert, but now this time we are here it says it's a 7 version, but in this case we have the different file name. So let's click over there and paste the command, and if you can see the file which they are referring is disk1.vmdk. So we'll have to type this first file name, which is PA. So let's type it manually, -vm -esx -9.0 and press tab -d for disk and then vmdk. Let's go back. It says disk1.vmdk, so we'll select this one, correct file, and then copy this file name and paste once again. Now cross verify, we have typed the correct command, okay, /opt qmng format disk1 and vertio, right. So we are in the right path and right command. We'll press enter. Now this is going to get converted .vmdk file to qcow2. So let's get converted. Once it will be get converted, we can see that one more file is available there, and then we'll have to use further command to get save some other file and then move the file to particular folder and remove the old file and fix the permission, right. So let's see, it's again taking some time. Okay, now the file has been converted. This process take approximately 3 to 4 minutes. So let's verify, and if you can see this top one right side, we have the file, right. So let's go back and we'll follow this command and get the qcow2 file. Now create a directory here and move this file to the requested directory. So let's create a directory which says Palo Alto. Will instead of type -7 we'll type -9 here because we are using the 9 version. -9, enter, and move which file, vertio.qcow. Where we are going to move, let's verify the exact syntax. Paste -9, I can type here. Now it's correct. Let's copy it. Let's verify. So we do not have the file here. Let's verify the current directory. We are in the Palo Alto 9, but we have to go in the Palo Alto -9, right. So let's go back one step back and then jump to the Palo Alto -9 and let's check either the file is yes. So we have the file copied here. Let's go back and it says remove the old file, old directory in fact. So let's go back, remove. For removing, I'll type the command. I already paste Palo Alto 9 is a folder and delete. Let's verify either the file folder has been deleted, and if you can see that we do not have the Palo Alto 9, we have the Palo Alto -9 folder, which is perfect, right. Let's go back and fix the permission, and I'll just copy the command and paste. So we are following exactly the same syntax which EVNG recommended. Now we are done. Now the next is that we have to open the EVNG portal, which is here. I am in one of the lab and will try to add the node. At this time the Palo Alto node is able to view over there. Let's verify. Yes, I guess everything is fixed. Perfect. Let's try to add the node and I'll type PA and I can see here the Palo Alto is not grayed yet. I can see it's there. By default the name is Palo Alto, and if you can see it's required a 2 CPU, 4 GB RAM and 4 Ethernet interface. Just to ensure the console is VNC, because it's asking to do the initial configuration and save. Once you add it, we have to add one more network interface, which is to be the management and cloud 0, and we can give this name as management. I'm adding this one here because I want that this Palo Alto management interface is taking the IP address from my management interface, so that I can take a GUI access of this Palo Alto. Let's get started the Palo Alto now. It's started now. I'll double click here or single click. It's open in the VNC. Now it's start extracting. Now this is a bit heavy file, so it takes some time to get it on, but it's started booting up, and once it's on, its installation will get it done. This is a once only, and it started all the services, and once it's done, then it's taking an IP address from my DHCP and showing me what's the IP address it's get it from my DHCP server. So meanwhile we'll have to wait and watch. I am pausing the video so that we are not wasting our time. Now you can see now it's getting an IP address from the DHCP, which is 192.168.102.129, and by default the Palo Alto will take 2 to 3 minutes to get the installation done, but after the installation and when we can see the prompt, it says VM space login, then we have to wait at least for 5 minutes, and next 6 minutes the login prompt is going to get changed with PA-HDF login, and it says that it is getting the new IP address, one of the IP address from the DHCP server. We'll have to note down this IP and get it accessed via the web browser 102.29, and we have to log in HTTPS 192.168.102.129. Press enter. It is asking me, it's not in private, so certificate is not aware. Anyway, we'll proceed, and now we can see the login prompt here. The default username is admin and admin. It gave us a warning that we are using this default username and password, which can be changed later. So the default behavior is that the management interface is configured as a DHCP server, a DHCP client. So if required to get connected to the DHCP, you can it's getting an IP address directly from the DHCP. If it is not, then we have to log in here as a CLI and get the configuration done. It's a one-liner of command which says how to configure this static IP address, but I don't recommend to configure here as in CLI. You allow them to get an IP from the DHCP and access it via the GUI. So let's wait for few minutes, few seconds in fact. Now it's loading. Yes. So now it is giving us a welcome message. Click don't show me again and leave it. And now if you want to change the IP address, then you have to go to the device, setup, interface, and here you can see one management interface. Then click here, and by default it is asking that it is a DHCP client. If you want to configure your Palo Alto to get an IP address statically, then change this option from the DHCP to static and configure the IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, and what all services you want to get allowed here, and how this Palo Alto is going to get access. either HTTPS or SSH, which is by default, and you also have the option to change it via HTTP or Telnet as well. So in this video, I just want to show you how the Palo Alto is going to get work. Thank you very much.